The night before the event, November 11th, we had the fighters meeting, and we almost had the entire thing blow up in our face. And if it wasn't for Taylor Tooley, who finally signed the release that contained the rules, slammed it down on the table, and announced to the rest of the fighters, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I came here to party. So I'll see you all tomorrow night at the arena. So Friday morning, I'm up at 5:30. I don't need to be up quite at 5:30, but I can't. At this point, I'm full of adrenaline. I can barely sleep. The excitement level was enormous. Everybody is on pins and needles because we know we're close now, but remember, we had never done this before. Nobody had. So this becomes a watershed event, a pioneering event, one that people had talked about for years. It was part of the video games, the Street Fighter and the Mortal Kombat games. It was in the movies, the blood sports and the Enter the Dragons, but nobody had ever done it for real. So here we are finally on November 12th, 1993, and we're moving towards this event that evening. Now, the tension is in the air because we've got a dress rehearsal right after lunch, and all of the fighters are going to be taken through the octagon by the TV production crew, and we're going to be shown the dressing rooms and how to enter the octagon. We're reviewing the music, we're reviewing the introductions, and I can see that all the fighters are on edge. The Gracie team, now very close-knit, protecting him, forming an entourage around him. He was actually the last one to go through the octagon on the dress rehearsal. Kevin Rozier was kind of in a jocular, joking mood, maybe trying to alleviate some of the tension and nervousness he felt. He had just had a root canal done the day and a half before, and he was telling me that he was still taking painkillers, and he was eating all my biscuits and all of my muffins and the pizza that room service could provide. So Taylor Tooley, I could see that he was relying on his brother and his cousins to form a tight phalanx around him. Ken Shamrock, very professional. I could see that he had just come in from Japan where he competed in Pancrase that previous Monday. So he's got his act together. He's a pro. Art Jimison is nervous. I'm wondering whether Art Jimison is going to make it out of the dressing room. I can see that him rolling around on the mat with John McCarthy, who was there to help the Hoist Gracie team, was a student at the Gracie Academy in Torrance, California. That had unnerved Art. And all of a sudden I could tell that his composure had rapidly been evaporating. Same thing with Zane Fraser. He had been worried all week long. I saw him in the garage the previous day, coming back from a run. He's worried about the altitude. You know, we're up a mile high, he says to me, Art. You know, I got to tell you, last year at a karate championship, I had some problems with, with asthma. I'm thinking to myself, are you looking for an excuse even before the bout begins? So it was that kind of environment. I'm talking to our ring doctors, Buzz Reifman and Dr. Joel Cooperman, and they had done boxing events before, but this was new. And they were all concerned about what they might be called upon to attend to. The entire production staff, Michael Pilat, they had done Bruce Springsteen concerts. They were used to big shows. Andrew Dice Clay, but all of them kept saying to me, privately, one after the other, the director Mark Lucas, the producer, line producer Michael Pilat, Art, is there any possibility that somebody could get seriously injured or die? I said, hey, be calm, be cool. They said, what about we're hearing that Taylor Tooley could throw someone, he's been asking whether he could throw someone out of the ring, out of the octagon. I said, I'm going to have spotters present. Everything will be taken care of. So, I mean, that was the level of tension and excitement that was going on, and it only continued right throughout the day, right up to the event. I had my own problems in that I had still not signed the joint venture agreement between WOW Promotions, the company that Jorge and Gracie and I had founded, and Semaphore Entertainment Group. We had been negotiating back and forth all summer long through our attorneys, directly, etc. It was still not signed. And I had been informed that morning by Campbell McLaren, inadvertently, that if we had not signed that agreement, they couldn't put this on pay-per-view. They needed a signed agreement with the people who had created the event itself. So knowing that, I knew that I could probably be negotiating right up till the last minute with Bob Meyerowitz, the founder and CEO of Semaphore. It was that kind of environment. Nobody knew what was next. Nobody knew what to expect, but we all knew that we were sailing off into the stratosphere like X-15 pilots into territory that few men had ever been two before, it was that kind of environment.